Now, one of the hottest topics in the DJ community right now has to be Pioneer's announcement of their latest controllers, and in particular, the Pioneer DJ DDJ REV7. Now, while this is an exciting piece of gear, I really think it might not be the controller for everybody. So in this video, I'll go over 5 reasons why I think the Pioneer DDJ REV7 is a bit overhyped. Let's get into it. Now, the first reason why I think the REV7 is overhyped has to be its price tag. Coming in right under $1,900, you can get a whole lot of DJ gear for that much money. Now, for around the same price of the REV7, you can get one of Pioneer DJ's 2-channel battle style mixers, the S7, which I think is one of the best 2-channel battle style mixers on the market today, along with a pair of Technics 1200s. Used, of course, but with Technics 1200's lifespan being decades at this point. I mean, my personal pair of Technics 1200s are over 20 years old and they're still working great. I think it's a really great value, and it might be a better option for many DJs to go with this setup instead of the REV7. Now, the second reason why I think the REV7 is a bit overhyped is the fact that it's not really innovative in any way. There's already been motorized platter controllers on the market. There's already been controllers that you can use as an external mixer. There's already been controllers that have onboard built-in hardware effects. Now, the only thing that the REV7 and the REV1 kind of do different is that they place the performance pads in the middle in the mixer section instead of the deck section. But besides that, we've pretty much seen all the features that the REV7 has on previous controllers. Now, the next reason why I think the REV7 is a bit overhyped is the fact that this is Pioneer DJ's first motorized platter controller that they've made. Now, they've made turntables in the past, some great ones, just like these PLX 1000s I have right behind me, but when doing it in a more compact size, like they have to do with the REV7, along with the actual mechanism being different with no spindle in the middle and the screen in the middle, there's really no way to tell right now how long these platters and these motors are gonna last going on into the future. Now, while Pioneer does make some really great gear, a lot of it can last years on end. We've also seen some major issues with some Pioneer DJ hardware. In particular, the Pioneer S9 really had some hardware issues that really hampered it and really didn't make it last as long as it really should have. In my personal experience, I've seen many DJs have to get their S9 either repaired or replaced due to hardware issues, particularly with the power supply and some other random issues that you really don't see in other 2-channel professional level battle style mixers of that caliber. Now, the fourth reason why I think the REV7 is overhyped is its actual weight and size. Now, when we think DJ controllers, one of the biggest benefits is the fact that they're supposed to be more portable and easier for DJs to lug around, especially to mobile gigs. But with the size of the REV7 and its weight being about the same as a turntable, it really doesn't fit in those categories. Now, this may be a plus for some DJs that want a bigger controller that looks a bit more professional, but for many DJs that do mobile gigs multiple times a week, that are lugging gear in and out of venues, having that extra weight and that extra size can be a big headache. And the final reason why I think the REV7 is overhyped is the fact that the market for this controller is a bit questionable. I mean, who is this controller really for? For the majority of DJs that are beginner or just starting out, first and foremost, that price point is quite a hurdle to get over. Secondly, the motorized platters on the REV7 can make it a bit tougher for these newer and beginner DJs to learn on in comparison to static platters that we see on the majority of controllers on the market. Now, while there may be a smaller market of DJs looking for a professional level controller with motorized platters, I'd bet that most of those DJs that are looking for that already have a pair of turntables and a professional mixer back in the crib. And this makes the REV7 more of a want than a need for these kind of DJs. Now, while I just gave 5 reasons why I think the REV7 is a bit overhyped, don't get me wrong. Pioneer DJ puts out some great gear, and the REV7 looks to be no different. Now, while most DJs love to drool over new gear and go bonkers over new gear announcements, especially with something that costs this much, if you're in the market for a new piece of DJ gear, maybe take some of these factors into consideration. So, I hope you found this video useful and informative. And for the question of the day, I'd love to know what's your favorite feature of the Pioneer REV7. Go ahead and leave that down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And as always, please be sure to like and subscribe right down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.